Hi, I'm Mya Mitchell and I did all the illustrations for Clementine Florentine. So I thought I'd talk about the character designs and the process of making good characters. So Clementine is a book all about poetry and punk, so with that theme in mind I tried to keep all the characters quite scruffy, a little bit edgy. So here's Clem, here's her dad, here's Lottie, and I think shapes are very important when you're designing characters. So when I first started out, I was thinking quite angular and rough for Clementine. So here she is looking very square, a little bit too square. And eventually we came up with this more soft shape for her head. And I think that's quite important because it shows a little bit of both of her sides. She's a little bit rough, she's quite loud, but she's also got that softer side. I think shapes can help tell a story of a character quite a lot without saying anything in words. So if I'm designing a character that is quite loud, I'll use quite loud shapes, a lot of angles. But if I'm designing a character that's quite soft-spoken, quite chill, maybe I'll use quite a lot of soft, round shapes. So shapes can tell you a lot about a character straight off the bat. Same with colour and themes that you choose. Like Clementine has this very loud orange, it's very in your face and very loud, just like she is. She's not afraid to speak her mind, and neither is this orange, if that makes any sense. So colours are a very good way of telling you a lot about a character. I think one of the hardest things about coming up with something new is just that blank piece of paper. Coming up with initial ideas can be quite hard because there's so much out there that you could explore. But that's also a good thing, you can explore a lot of themes and a lot of character types, but I think a great place to start is just from what you know already. So stories from your life, stories that you've seen other people do well and that you think you could adapt into your work. A lot of my inspirations come from what I was growing up with, what I was watching and reading. So I watched a lot of horrible histories, I read all the books, I loved a bit of Horrid Henry, so I think a lot of my style in my art nowadays comes from those. They're kind of gritty, a little bit messy, but very colourful and fun. So looking at what you like to see from other people is a very good starting point, but also using this little cheat sheet that I like to think about, which is a theme, character, and what they would do in that situation. So you could have a pirate ship, and you could have your main character be the captain, why not? And that captain could be quite skilled, or he could be like completely terrible at his job. That would be a funnier scenario to put him in. So what would he do if he's terrible at being a captain? Maybe cannonballs would start firing at random crewmates, maybe they'd get all lost, they'd have the map upside down. There's a lot of ideas that can come from just silly little scenarios that you can put certain people in. So thinking about how you can use a character in the place that you want to put them in is a good starting point. As for the characters themselves though, I like to think of the shape, colour, and the personality. So is this pirate captain quite straight-laced, quite strict? Maybe they'd be quite the headmaster sort, very strong looking, very stern. Maybe they'd be this small silly captain that no one really takes seriously. Maybe they'd be quite short and stout. Maybe they'd not use traditional pirate colours because the washing got mixed up in in the wash. It's all pink now. The crisp white shirt is now a pink. And maybe that'll immediately tell you the personality that they have. So that's already box 3 ticked. So yeah, some good tips on where to start, because that's always the most difficult place, I think, to begin, which is the beginning. So yeah, not much more to say really. Draw from what you know, create things that you would like to see out there, and just keep reading new things, keep exploring new media.